And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Ultimate Dirt TV here on this Tuesday evening, American time, Wednesday morning, Australian time, as we welcome you live to the virtual dirt track at Charlotte here for the Carolina 100, presented by Carolina Sim Sports. Pro late models getting ready to take to the racetrack, qualifying just wrapping up. We'll see the first of what is going to be 5 heat races. And then we'll, of course, go into preliminary main. 8 laps will be the distance for the heat races. Top 2 will go through to the main event. Everybody else will get seated towards the B, C, D, and E main. We get ready to take a look here at heat race number 1 lineup. On the pole position will be Ethan Johnson in car number 11 to the outside of the front row. The 14 JR of Trey Mills lines up at a position number 2. Position number 3 with the 99 car of Chase Hardy to his outside. The 96 of Dustin Navoa lines up at a position number 4. Caleb York rolls up the 83 machine from position number 5. Brandon Dagapont will line up at a position number 6. Brandon, I apologise if I got that name wrong. We go back to row 4 on the inside and outside. Tyler Davison lines up at a position number 7. At a position number 8, Jaden Rieger will start the 23 machine to the outside of your 4th row. Cameron Carrington in car number 10 lines up at a position number 9. And that will be the first of your 5 heat races on the program. 8 laps to distance, top 2 to the main event. We'll go around one more time behind the iRacing.com safety car. Get ready to do battle here for the Carolina 100, presented by the Carolina Sim Sports Pro Late Models. Fix it up so everybody on the same set. Who will take out heat race number 1? Who will start on pole? No inverts, they just lined up straight off via the qualifying sessions. Ethan Johnson, Trey Mills. They bring a nice, slow, steady pace down into turn number 3. And the Carolina 100, heat race number 1 is underway. Ethan Johnson gets on the loud pedal. We're underway. Chase Hardy looking to the inside immediately there on Trey Mills. They work it down into the first turn. Mills stuck right through the middle of the raceway. Chase Hardy moves to position number 2. And again, that's going to be the all-important battle for the transfer position. Chase Hardy is going to have it at the line by a car length over Mills, but lap 1 belongs to Ethan Johnson as Mills goes right up in the fluff upstairs, and he'll lose a whole lot of ground back to the 99 car. Dustin Navoa in the 96 machine had a good look on the inside of Trey Mills before Mills shut the door on the entry in the middle of turn number 3 and 4. So they work it down the back straightaway one more time. 3 laps about to be in the books here at the dirt track at Charlotte, the Carolina 100. We are going to go yellow. Jaden Rieger, I think that is, in the 33 car. The 23 car it is. Rieger just tried to put the move there on Caleb York in that 83 entry. Just unfortunately couldn't get quite clear of the front bumper of Caleb York. And unfortunately he does go around. So heavy contact for the 23 car of Jaden Rieger. Unfortunately, he's going to be back in the virtual pit area. So the lights are out on the iRacing.com safety car. Ethan Johnson getting ready to lead us back to the green flag. Again, double file restarted. Looks like we're going to see. So 5 down, 3 to run. In what is heat race number 1. Again, welcome everybody live to Ultimate Dirt TV. Whether you're watching live on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch, we've got it all covered here on the social media channels. And Ethan Johnson once again off turn number 4, back to the green we go. Trey Mills now. Well, it's time to get some revenge on the 99 car. Chase Hardy do exactly what Hardy did to him there on the initial start of the race. There is that battle between Mills and Hardy. Mills on the low side. Hardy right through the center, right through the guts at turn number 3 and 4, and gets clear of Trey Mills. And there's 2 to run at the line for Ethan Johnson in car number 11. Hardy just holding on by what is going to be half a car length in the middle of turn number 3 and 4. Mills and Hardy one more time. White flag coming out. Chase Hardy. He's got second for the moment. There's now Ethan Johnson again. He's feeling the pressure from the 99 car. Back straight away for the final time. Heat race number 1. Who's it going to be? Mills going to throw the big bomb as Hardy left that inside line wide open for the taking, but Mills backed out of it. And heat race number 1 is done. Let's take a look at your official results coming up on screen. Ethan Johnson, Chase Hardy with the 2 drivers that will lock straight into tonight's A main event. Mills, Navoa, York, Carrington, Davison, Dagapont, and Riga. Off to your consolation races. Heat race number 2 lining up this way. On the pole position will be the 31 car of Landon Newman. Dylan Eisenberg in car number 39 will line up at a position number 2. We head off to your second row. The 18 of Lane Scruggs will start from position number 3. And Drake Perry in the 9 car lines up at a position number 4. Your fifth starter in car number 96, that'll be Ryder English to the outside of him in car number 39. Kyle Brennan lining up at a position number 6. Alex Cook in the 17 starts position number 7 at a position number 8 in the 723. That's Jacob Stefanski. And then we go back to Travis Beckner driving car number 28, starting position number 9. So we're looking at roughly around 45 cars signing into the pit area for tonight. Again, the Carolina 100 presented by Carolina Sim Sports. Heat race number 2. Getting ready to roll off. Again, safety car about to move infield. Which of the 2 drivers of these 9 on the racetrack will lock themselves directly into your 100 lap feature event? Hannah and Blade, thank you for the sub on Twitch. Appreciate it, gentlemen. So again, another 8 laps on the board. Newman and Eisenberg. Ready for a start. Green is out. We are racing once again here at the dirt track at Charlotte. As Lane Scruggs has a good look on the inside of Dylan Eisenberg, much like what Chase Hardy did to Trey Mills there in the opening heat race of the night. Scruggs will move to position number 2. Meanwhile, Brennan and Ryder English will battle it out for positions number 4 and 5. But here comes Eisenberg back to the inside. And Eisenberg's found his way back into a transfer position and now going to battle your race leader, the 31 car, Landon Newman. Meanwhile, here comes Ryder English up the lane. Scruggs into turn number 3. 2 laps into the book, so quarter of the way home in heat race number 2. Still 6 to run here at the dirt track at Charlotte, the Carolina 100, presented by Carolina Sim Sports. Landon Newman still leads the way. Scruggs all over the back of Dylan Eisenberg through turns 3 and 4. And now here comes Ryder English. Now, what a heat race this is. Now Kyle Brennan going to make this a 4-car pack for that final transfer position. Although Brennan just loses a little bit of ground back to Lane Scruggs and Ryder English as the pair made contact on the entry into turn number 3. Dylan Eisenberg, although he sees his car in second position, he's got to be careful of the guys running behind him. Again, all these drivers, it all comes back down to the drivers and their ability to be able to read the track. As Brennan up to position number 4, Ryder English goes back to 5th position. Slider from Scruggs on Eisenberg. Eisenberg works it back by him. Now here comes Kyle Brennan in the 39 car. So the pair of 39, oh no! Brennan, we stay green for the moment. No, there's the yellow. And Kyle Brennan is around on the front straightaway. Again, how it all unfolded. No, we don't need to make judgment on the calls. We'll let race control deal with that situation. That is going to be a tough call either way. The 39 car of Kyle Brennan facing the wrong way on the front straightaway. You see him back in the pits, so he's got a lot of work to do later on tonight. Is the 39 car of Kyle Brennan. But we send it to overtime. A green-white checker situation here at the dirt track at Charlotte. Heat race number 2 of the Carolina 100. Presented by Carolina Sim Sports. And you can see up on the top right of your screen a whole list of other sponsors that makes all this possible. And the wheels turning on the bus. Again, who will take out heat race number 2? Drivers are unsure whether they should be single or double file. Looks like they're going to go double file. Leader opting, or looked like he was opting to go to the top, but hey, I don't think these guys get a choice on lane choice. Anyhow, back to green we go. Landon Newman says, righto boys, catch me if you can. 2 laps sprint to the end. Scruggs again trying to make the move on Dylan Eisenberg in the 39X car, but here comes Ryder English and Travis Beckner in 4th and 5th position. Beckner's had to come from what is position number 9. He's up to 3. Boy, the 28 car is on the move to the inside. White flag is out. Travis Beckner from the back of the bus up to a transfer position. There's contact and 3 wide down into turn number 3 and 4, but Landon Newman says thank you very much, as does Travis Beckner. What a drive by the 28 car of Beckner unofficially. Those 2 drivers going to lock into tonight's A main event. Here is your official results. Landon Newman, Travis Beckner get the win. Lane Scruggs, Ryder English, Dylan Eisenberg, Jacob Stefanski, Alex Cook, Drake Perry, and Kyle Brennan. Your 9 drivers in heat race number 2. Heat number 3 will look like this on the pole position with the 17 car of Talon Norco to the outside. Steven Stefanski in the 15 starts position number 2. Position number 3 with the 65 car of James Murphy. Derek Daly in the 43 lines up at a position number 4. We go back to position number 5. It's Jeffrey Hyatt in car number 33 to his outside. DJ Seitz in car number 69 for position number 6. Your 4th row on the inside and outside. Inside from position number 7, driving the 29 entry. That'll be Brandon Holden to the outside. The 54 car of Trevor Catalano at a position number 8. And Pearson Davidson in car number 48 will start from position number 9. Again, we'll send them around one more time behind the iRacing.com official page truck. See what happens here in heat race number 3. So right in the middle of our heats here for the moment. We've got heat 1, heat 2, they are done. Heat 3 on the racetrack. After this, we'll have heats 4 and 5, then our preliminary mains. So the E main scheduled for 10 laps. The D main scheduled for 15. The C main scheduled for 20. And the B main scheduled for 25. After that, the warm-up session. And then get ready for our 100 lap A main event. Here we go. Green flag is out. Talon Norco will one time lead us to the green flag in heat race number 3, as here comes James Murphy to the inside of Steven Stefanski. So 3 for 3 when it comes to the drivers starting in 3rd position, have found themselves in the transfer spot by the time they get down the back straightaway. Murphy and Stefanski. Murphy again on the inside. He'll slide it mid-track. Steven Stefanski now cuts it back down to the inside. He's got some dip and sauce because he's just gone straight down to the inside. And the black, white and green number 15 car is looking to make some moves back to a transfer position. But James Murphy says, not quite yet, sunshine. I'm going to take back my spot here to get directly into your 100-lap feature event. Look at the 33 car of Jeffrey Hyatt to the outside of Daly. Here comes Seitz to the inside of the 69 car. Track is looking pretty supreme right now. Here comes Pearson Davidson in the 48 car. He's going to go around. Trevor Catalano as well. So Davidson in the 48 car. So heavy contact. So watch him just go from the bottom mid-track. Unfortunately, there was cars on the outside and it was just not going to work, unfortunately. So Pearson Davidson goes back to the pits. And we go back behind the iRacing.com safety car. Heat number 3. So I know we've got a lot of people watching. Feel free to let us know who you're cheering on for, whether it's live on whether it's on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. Let us know who you think is going to go to victory lane. Who you cheering for? See, Amy's going for the Stefanski boys. Dylan Allen going for DJ Sights. Sights in the 69 car in this race, outside that third row. Not sure where the 54 car of Trevor Catalano is going, but he'll go back to the fourth row, and we'll go back racing here off turn number 4. Talon Norco one more time. Lawson, I'll get to that question in a second, and I'll tell you why I'm going to give you this answer. But 2 to run. So work down the back straight away. Steven Stefanski in the 15 car again goes to the inside there of James Murphy in car number 65. But Murphy's got the run. They'll come to the white flag. 1 lap left to go. Talon Norco leads the way. James Murphy's got a shot at the race win, but more importantly, he's got a transfer position. So does he want to play it smart or does he want to play it safe? Either way, he does not get the win, and Talon Norco, he's going to be victorious here tonight in heat race number 3. Take a look at your official results coming up on screen right now for the Carolina 100, presented by Carolina Sim Sports Pro Late Models. James Murphy and Jeffrey Hyatt get the win. Unsure why Talon Norco was penalised there, as Murphy and Hyatt will get the 2 transfer positions. Sides, Daly, Stefanski, Catalano, Norco, Holden and Davidson. Heat number 4 looking up like this. Will Hanger in car number 19 will start on pole position. Jackson Crawford in car 71 will start position number 2. Briley Putnam in the 212 car will start from position number 3. Evan Stefanski in the 1E will start from position number 4. Hunter Lysa in the 3 will start from position number 5. In position number 6, it's Cash Culp. Then we go back to Damien Sage in car number 58, lining up at a position number 7. Zachary Rogers lining up at a position number 8. And Jaden Lapp in car number 25 will start position number 9. Penultimate heat race of the night. So, who are the best drivers out here, you think? One, I don't want to pick any one particular driver, just for the simple fact that I don't want people to think I'm playing favoritism. Okay, so when it comes to the drivers, let's just say all of them. Just going to say all of them. No, I'm not going to announce him as Dynamite. His name is Drake Perry, and that's what we're going to go with. Okay, we have Lawson. There is a total of 5 heats. This is heat race number 4. So we've got 1 more heat to come after this one. And then we've got our preliminary mains. We've got our B, C, D. And we have got the green flag here in heat race number 4. Will Hanger puts the pedal to the metal as Briley Putnam in the 212 car. Jackson Crawford in the 71 was unable to get the start there on the inside of that second row. Which hunter? There's about 3 hunters here tonight. Will Hanger leads the way, and I think 2 of them are here in the final heat. We're going to Hunter Limestone in the 3 car back in 7th position, but it is Will Hanger for the moment, as it's going to be lap 2 complete. Putnam closing in on the back of Hanger as they work it down into turn number 1, 3/4 of the way up the racetrack. No, he has not raced yet. Hanger and Putnam again, they ride just above the slick line. But yeah, I'll tell you what, your top 3 have just driven away from the rest of the field. 3rd place has got 1.5 seconds back to 4th place driver of Damien Sage. So there is a lot going on near the back of the field, but we've got a battle starting to develop for the race lead. Hanger still leads the way over Putnam. You can see less than, or just about 0.2 of a second as they'll come to complete lap number 5. So 3 more circuits around the dirt track at Charlotte in heat race number 4. Hanger still leads from Putnam back to Crawford, who's just slipped away over the last sort of 2 or 3 laps by a good second and a bit to the top 2. And you would think that those 2 drivers, all barring any mistakes or mishaps, that they are going to transfer into the show. Watching Evan Stefanski and Cash Culp, they had a good little battle brewing there in turns 3 and 4. There's a lap to go next time by. And Will Hanger out in front from the drop of the green flag. Briley Putnam, again, who has not let Will Hanger get away in the 19K, because he's still hovering around 0.2 of a second, a little over 0.2 of a second. Into turn number 3 and 4 we go. Final time. Checkers are out. Will Hanger gets the win. Heat race number 4 is done. Heat 4 results coming up on screeners. Here we are looking at Will Hanger get the win, Briley Putnam in second, Jackson Crawford, Damien Sage, Evan Stefanski, Cass Kolb, Zachary Rogers, Jaden Lapp and Hunter Lives say your 9 drivers for heat race number 4. Fifth and final heat race to come, another 9 drivers on the racetrack. Joseph Pratt lines up on pole position in car number 71. Jared Murphy in the 65 lines up at a position number 2. Mason Hicks will start the 114 from position number 3. Hunter McCoy in the 07 machine will start from position number 4. Jason McManus lines up the 6 machine from position number 5. And Patrick Harris in car number 2 starts position number 6. Davin Cardwell in car 70 will start position number 7. Out of 8 will be the 47 of Hunter Hensley. And your 9th and final starter, Briggs Kaika in the 7 car will start from position number 9. So again, this is our 5th heat race of the night, and this is going to be 9 cars once again in total. So a total of 45 cars have taken to the racetrack here for heat racing action here at the Dirt Track at Charlotte for the Carolina 100, presented by Carolina Sim Sports. Pro Late Models fixed it up. I believe it's $100 to the winner. I think it was 30 for second and 20 for third, I think it was. We get ready for heat race number 5. Joseph Pratt in the 71. Green flag is up and down. And we're underway. Here comes Jared Murphy and Mason Hicks. They'll go side by side into turn number 1 and 2. The battle for the final transfer position. Remember, top 2 will go through. Joseph Pratt made a huge bobble off turn number 2. Murphy slides up across the nose of Joseph Pratt. And for the first time around the dirt track at Charlotte, Jared Murphy's going to lead lap number 1. And he gets the tub on the outside of the 71 car. Joseph Pratt. Hunter McCoy coming through the middle. Davin Cardwell trying to make the bottom side work. McCoy starting to close in. Now gets to the outside. Look out, Hicks and McManus right there. 2, 4, 5 car battle for second, third, fourth, fifth and sixth position. Oh boy, Joseph Pratt in the 71 car. From the pole position to basically dead last, from hero to zero, unfortunately, in the 71 car. He'll go back to the pits and we stay green. Jason McManus in the 6 car trying to close in on Mason Hicks in the 114. But right now you can see Jared Murphy, a race leader. Cross flag sticks around 4 down and 4 to run. McCoy back there in position number 2. Here comes McManus. Long slider into 1 and 2 on Mason Hicks. Now Davin Cardwell going to come after Jason McManus into turn number 3 and 4. Cardwell runs the bottom side, gets past Hicks and now gets past McManus, I should say. And now coming after Hicks. There'll be 2 to go at the start-finish line next time by. So twin sticks in the air, 2 circuits around the dirt track at Charlotte for the final heat race of the night of the Carolina 100. McCoy, 4/10 of a second, and the gap is closing. He was 2/10 quicker there on the previous lap than what Jared Murphy is, but time running out for Hunter McCoy. White flag is up and in the air here at the dirt track at Charlotte. Final heat race of the night, the final lap around the dirt track at Charlotte for heat racing competition before we move into what is preliminary action. 3 and 4 for the final time. Jared Murphy is going to the big show. He's punched his ticket to the big dance. Hunter McCoy comes home in second position. Third at the line, I believe, will be Mason Hicks, Davin Cardwell and Jason McManus. To make up your top 5, let's take a look at your official results. Murphy, McCoy, your top 2. Hicks, Cardwell and McManus, your top 5. Kaika, Harris, Hensley and Pratt to make up the drivers in heat race number 5. Our D-main, 10 laps is the distance, top 3. Hang on, we're just doing something here. Okay, Just getting all that set. All right, so our D main is upon us. Let's take a look at your starting lineup. And again, Brandon, I apologise, I could get this name right. There's a very good chance, but Brandon Dagapont lines up the 22 machine from pole position. The 9 car of Drake Perry lines up at a position number 2. Position number 3 will be Brandon Holden at a position number 4. Jaden Lapp in the 25J. Position number 5, Hunter Hensley in the 47 car from 6. The 23 car of Jaden Rieger. Kyle Brennan in the 39 will start position number 7. Pearson Davidson lines up at a position number 8. Hunter Livesay in the 3 car lines up at a position number 9. And Joseph Pratt in car 71 from position number 10. So this is your D main, folks. Your D main, 10 laps on the board. Now, top 3 will go through to the back of the C. The C main will be 15 laps, and the top 3 from that will transfer to the back of the B. And then our B main is going to be 20 laps in distance. We'll take the top 14 from that one to make up a 24-car field in tonight's A main event here at the dirt track at Charlotte. Again, lights are out on the racing.com official page truck. Who will get the transfer positions? Green flag is out, and we are racing here in your D main as we've got 10 circuits. And we will start to eliminate some of the 45 drivers that entered into tonight's Carolina 100. Look at the 48 car of Pearson Davidson. He was absolutely phenomenal. Although he showed a huge side of right side of romance. There was no touching and squeezing. It was just straight up. Go give us a big bear hug. Jaden Lapp in the 25 car leads down the back straight away, but not for long because Pearson Davidson in the 48 car moves to the race lead. Meanwhile, Lapp and Dagapont. Second and third position, Kyle Brennan in the 39 car, just to the very right of your screen. He's coming after that transfer position. Lapp coming after Davidson. 3 in the books and still 7 to go. What has Kyle Brennan got here for the final transfer position? Meanwhile, Lapp coming. He's came after Davidson in turns 1 and 2. Will he do it in 3 and 4? Yes, he does, but Davidson holds on. Meanwhile, Brennan threw a slider there on Dagapont for the transfer position. Now Brandon comes back at Kyle Brennan in that 39 car, I should say. Gee, some good racing so far to open up what is the first half of this show, but it's all going to come back to the 100 lap feature event later on. We've already locked in 10 from the heat races. We'll lock in another 14 from the B main to make a 24 car field. And there's only 4 to run. Dagapont in car number 22 has got the, again, he's got the transfer position, although Kyle Brennan comes up and shows him what it's like just to say, hey, come on, you know what, let's have a battle for the transfer position. Dagapont goes back by Brennan. As they work it down the front straight away into turn number 1 and 2. We go, Brennan. He pulled it up mid-truck, and now he's going to try and drive away from Brandon in the 22 car. Although Brandon Dagapont looking once again. This battle for the transfer spot is really starting to heat up, and they're both not going to come away with this one. Hunter Hensley in the 47 car catches the piece of it, as does Hunter Livesay in the 3 car. Oh, you can see tensions are flaring. The boys are not too happy about that one. You can see this brewing for a number of laps. So they'll go into the pits, they'll get a fast repair, they'll be able to come back out onto the racing surface. But what can they do with an overtime situation? 2 laps left to run here in your D main. Lights are still on the racing.com safety car, ready for him to turn off. Pearson Davidson, your pole sitter. I wonder if we've got our car cameras working. Oh, we do. You want to see? What's this? We've got our 360 cameras working. So again, from the top of the roof of your race leader, Pearson Davidson. You can see the 25J of Jaden Lap just to the outside. The Elite Artworks. Wilfong's Clean Out and Scrap Carolina Speed Shop. Car number 25J. Safety car is on the infield. And Pearson Davidson will come back to racing here off turn number 4. We'll stay on board right now with Pearson Davidson again, watching from the roof of the 48 car. Watching out to the very back. Everybody else trying to track down your race leader. Check it. White flag is in the air. 1 lap left to go for Pearson Davidson. Jaden Lap. Hunter Hensley in position number 3 in the 47th car. They'll go to the back straight away for the final time. And your D-Main. And the top 3 will advance to the back of the C. Getting the win is going to be Pearson Davidson unofficially. So the D-Main is done. Let's take a look at your official results. Pearson Davidson, Jaden Lap and Hunter Hensley will be your top 3. And those 3 drivers transferring to the back of tonight's C-Main in quest of trying to keep their hopes and dreams alive for the Carolina 100 A main event later on to come. Let's take a look at your C-Main lineup on the pole position. Will be the 6 car of Jason McManus to the outside of the front row. Cameron Carrington, car number 10, lines up at a position number 2. Position number 3 will be Jacob Stefanski in the 723 to the outside. Trevor Catalano in car 54 from position number 4. Cash Culp in the 5 car starts position number 5, and Briggs Kiker in car number 7 will start from position number 6. Tyler Davison lines up the 7 from position number 7. The 17 of Alex Cook lines up at a position number 8. Talon Norco in the 17 starts position number 9. Zachary Rogers in the 12 will start from position number 10. Position number 11 will be Patrick Harris in car number 2. Pearson Davidson, your D-Main winner, starts position number 12. And Jaden Lap will go to the 13th starting position. Hunter Hensley lines up at a position number 14. Safety car is in. C-Main, 15 on the board. Top 3 to the back of the B. Green flag is up. And the throttles go down. We're underway. In your C-Main, Jason McManus leads the way. Jacob Stefanski comes after Cameron Carrington in the 10 car, and Jacob, well, he did have second at the line, but it's not going to matter because we've got a number of cars involved. Briggs Kiker in the 7 car. Oh, Cash Colt just got a little loose on the back straightaway. And a hard hit for the 7 car. You can see that right front pretty much tore up. So watch Cash Culp in that black and green, or grey and green, white, with the dollar sign all over it. Just didn't look all that tappy on the exit of turn 2. Just got right through the slick, probably a little too much throttle. And unfortunately, Kiker in the 7 car ends up paying the price. You can see that is a very sore number 7 car. Your race leader in the 6 car of Jason McManus, Jacob Stefanski, will go to position number 2. So don't forget, for more information, you can check it out at carolinaspeedshop.org. Alright, once again we'll get this field ready for a restart in your C main. 4 down, 11 to run. Which 3 drivers will have a quest in the B main to get inside into the top 14? The green flag is out. We go back racing once again. Jason McManus leads the way from Jacob Stefanski. Cameron Carrington in the 10 car. Keep an eye on Trevor Catalano, Zachary Rogers, Talon Norco in the 17 car. Norco trying to go through the middle of turn number 1 and 2. Gets the moisture off turn 2 to the back. Straight away we go. Rogers and Catalano now with Carrington 3 wide for the final transfer position. Here comes Norco now with a run on the outside, and Talon Norco in car number 17 going to send his sights on the outside. Now cuts it back down to the inside as they drag race down into turn number 3. Norco to position number 4, still 1 spot out. Now goes back to 5th position as here comes Catalano in the 54 car. Dives it deep down to the inside. Norco going to go around. Does a 360 and there is the yellow. Zachary Rogers and Talon Norco, the 2 drivers involved in this one. So Norco, you can see the 17 car. There's a very good chance that, well, we may not see him any further other than this race. He'll go in, get a fast repair, come back out. But where and how does he get back to the pointy end of the field to get inside the top 3 to transfer to the B? And don't forget, we've still got another 120 laps to come after this one. Total of 125 laps left of green flag conditions here from the Dirt Tracker Challenge for the Carolina 100, presented by Carolina Sim Sports. 5 laps left in the C main, 20 laps for a B main, and then our 100 lap A main event for the nightcap. So lights are out on the iRacing.com pace vehicle. Get a massive thanks to, of course, iRacing and iRacing.com for everything that they do and give us. Whether it's from dirt oval to dirt road to oval or to the asphalt or road racing. There is something for everyone. Five to run, make it 4 actually, because caution laps is counting. Green is out. And we are back racing. Jacob McManus in the 6 car. Cameron Carrington to the inside of Stefanski in turn number 1 and 2. And again, they look to get away from Trevor Catalano in that 54 car. Here comes Cook, Pearson, Davidson, 3 wide for positions 4, 5 and 6. It's not going to help them right now, because it's only the top 3 that are going to work their way into the B main. And with 2 to run, slider from Stefanski on Carrington. Carrington comes back to the inside. We're going to go yellow. And again, we send it to overtime. Hang on, Bryce. I'll get to you in a second, buddy. Talon Norco in the 17 car. Oh, Cash Colt just got him right up in the rear end. Colt maybe misjudging how much speed he actually had going down in the middle of turn number 3 and 4. So Norco goes around and McManus still stays at the front of the field. We do have a race on tonight, Bryce. we've got our Rapid Race Replicas Micro Sprint Non-Wing Series, round 2. However, it is not going to be live streamed. I've made the decision for Ultimate Dirt League and Australian Fixed Setup Racing on Monday nights to take the broadcast away for the moment. I feel like I need to clean up the racing before we can get it back to broadcasting specs. We'll go to more in depth during the warm-up session on that one if you want to hang around for that one again. Green flag is back out with the green-white checker. There's the green. We'll come back and look at Jaden Lapp in the 25J. Boy, he was not even mentioned during the entire C-main other than the starting grid. And now he's gonna have a good look for the transfer position, as is Alex Cook. White flag is out. Cook nearly loops it in the middle of turn number 1 and 2. Lapp and Carrington side by side for the final transfer position. Who's it gonna be? Off for turn number 4. Jason McManus wins your C-main. Second will go to Jacob Stefanski, and Cameron Carrington, I believe, has just held on. We'll have to wait for the official results. It is going to be official. Jason McManus gets the win over Jacob Stefanski, and Cameron Carrington will transfer by what is 36 1,000ths of a second over Jaden Lapp. Unfortunately, Lapp is going to miss out, along with Cook, Catalano, Norco, Culp, Harrison, Hensley. For your top 10 over the page, Davidson, Rogers, Davison, and Kaiki, your 14 cars. Well, we've got 17 drivers contesting your B main. They'll look like this. Trey Mills on pole position. Lane Scruggs lines up at a position number 2. Position number 3 is going to be DJ Sites from Forge, Jackson Crawford. From position number 5 will be Mason Hicks. From position number 6, Dustin Navoa. Lining up at a position number 7, Ryder English at a position number 8. Yeah, I'm just going to try and move this over a little bit. There we go. Hang on, I just need to make sure that it's not going to... Oh. There we go. Righto. Ryder English out of position number 7. Derek Daly out of position number 8. Position number 9, Damien Sage. From 10, Davin Cardwell. From 11, Caleb York. Dylan Eisenberg from 12. Steven Stefanski and Evan Stefanski out of positions number 13 and 14. Jason McManus out of 15. Jacob Stefanski in 16th. And Cameron Carrington out of position number 17. Geez, that's an interesting 7th and 8th row. 4 positions held by 3 Stefanskis. 20 laps on the board. Your B main. 14 going through. Who's it going to be? Let's find out. 3 more drivers are going to be sent packing here in your B main as the green flag is out. DJ Sites in the 69 car got an absolute lightning and a blistering start there. Here comes Hicks to the inside. Look at the 71 car of Jackson Crawford. Meanwhile, Derek Daly in car 43 goes around. We will go yellow. So we can catch what happened here on the instant replay. The 43 car of Derek Daly. Nothing really in it. I believe that might have been Dylan Eisenberg. In the 39 car it was. So Derek Daly still on the racing surface. Again, these drivers, from my understanding, they've at least got 1 quick repair. So let's have a look, see if we can see how many quick repairs. Yeah, that's only 1. It's only 1 fast repair. After this one, 5-minute warm-up session, followed by a 100-lap feature event. Let's see, lights go. So the safety car is still in. Yeah, as I said, Bryce, over the past 2 weeks on Monday night, with our micro sprint series, we've had 25 cautions in just the A mains alone. 25 minutes it took to run 2 12-lap B mains at I-55 just this past Monday. So Safe to say I was not happy about the situation, so I had spoken to the sponsors of the series and also sponsors of our Wednesday Night Ultimate Dirt League series, just to provide them a little bit of an update on what I think should happen, and they've all agreed that to just pull the broadcast side of things, clean up the racing a little bit. Once the racing is back to what it should be and what I know these drivers can do, then we will get the broadcast side of things back up. Anyhow, back to green here from the dirt track at Charlotte, the Carolina 100, presented by Carolina Sim Sports. Pro late models, fixed setup racing, 3 wide in the middle, it's out of it, 3 and 4, 2 by 3 by 3 by 2 by 3, and oh my, there's a lot of 2 and 3 wide and all fighting for the top 14 positions here in this B main as DJ Sights still working on the top side of the racetrack. God, no, we got a little bit of a shot in the shorts there. Lane Scruggs now to the outside. Scruggs will get by Mason Hicks now. I tell you what, the 18 car of Lane Scruggs has been pretty good, pretty fast here this evening. We go back and watch Damien Sage and Ryder English. Again, they will work it out through turn number 3 and 4. Check out Carolina Sim Sport, CarolinaSimSport.org, I believe it is, Blake. As it's going to be Trey Mills leading by 1.8 seconds. It goes to 1.9. Put it this way, he was nearly half a second quicker than Jackson Crawford there on the previous lap. 4/10 that time by. So he is absolutely monstered the 14 car. And looking to start position number 11 in tonight's A main event. Right then, that was a quarter of a second once again. And we are yellow. Let's have a look just to make sure that we've let's get the website here. Check it, carolinaspeedshop.org. I'll have a link to the Discord. Let's have a look, see if we can, so they've got super late model sets, pro late model sets, big blocks, small blocks, UMPs, 360, 410s, 305s, midgets, micros. They've got non-wing, they've got wing, they've got wing and non-winged for Millbridge, they've got winged for Kern Mini Oval. I agree, Bryce. The 100-lap main event is going to be really competitive. Who can save the equipment to put themselves in a good place for what should be the last 20, 30 laps to when they should hit the go button. Trey Mills going to bring us back to the green flag. 13 in the books. 7 to run. Jackson Crawford dies down to the inside into turn number 1 and 2 with Trey Mills. Sage now going to come after Jackson Crawford down the back straightaway. Crawford on the low side, Sage on the top of the racetrack. Sage in fact goes 3/4, trying to find that grip line through turn number 1 and 2, and that he does. Gee, this track is getting slick. There's not a whole lot of tack left in the racetrack at the moment, but we know there's 5 laps left to run. No worries, Anna. Oh, good. Oh, no. Crawford into the wall, and he's going to move his way back to position number 15 by the time everybody gets around, and he'll go back to the pits, which means the 14 cars left on the racing surface are all going to transfer. They need to know that they don't need to do anything silly right now. If they keep their head on a swivel right now, they'll know that they're going to go through to the big dance here in what should be about 6 to 6.5 minutes, maybe 7 minutes. There's not a whole lot of time left. Trey Mills leads the way over Damien Sage, Caleb York, Lane Scruggs and Mason Hicks in the 114. That's your top 5. Jason McManus in 6th position. Steven Stefanski, DJ Sides, Jacob Stefanski, Derek Daly, your top 10. Cameron Carrington, Dylan Eisenberg, Davin Cardwell and Dustin Navoa. That's your 14 cars on the racing surface. McManus looking to go by Hicks, and that he does. Slides up across the nose of Hicks in the 114. White flag is out, 1 lap left to go. McManus and Hicks. Now here comes Steven Stefanski. Throws his hat into the mix right now in a 3 and 4. Trey Mills is victorious in your B main. Gee, what a way to end the preliminary racing. All but one race is left. Let's take a look at your B main results about to come up on screen. I'll wait for everybody to cross the start finish line and make it official. So your top 14 looking like this. Trey Mills, Damien Sage, Caleb York, Jason McManus and Mason Hicks, your top 5. Steven Stefanski, DJ Sage, Jacob Stefanski, Derek Daly and Cameron Carrington, your top 10. Dustin Navoa, Dylan Eisenberg, Davin Cardwell and Lane Scruggs are going to transfer. Ryder English, Jackson Crawford, Evan Stefanski, 15th, 16th and 17th, unfortunately, are not going to take any further part in this one. Well, we've got a warm-up session now, so that will give us the perfect opportunity to step aside here on Ultimate Dirt TV. We'll come back, we'll pay some bills. On the other side of this, your 100-lap feature event for the Carolina 100, presented by Carolina Sim Sports.
iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racing enthusiasts all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. The car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and racing teams. Our skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly racing series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 200,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams, race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12-Hour. Participate in solo races, championship seasons, and hosted and league events with AI Racing. With a rapidly expanding catalog of 70-plus cars and 85-plus tracks from real-world racing series, test your abilities with challenging computer-based competition. Additional partners include IMSA, the World of Outlaws, and Supercars, allowing members to participate in their very own Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, Sebring 12-Hour, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
Oh, Yoshikawa as well has just come to a stop. Here's a pass for the lead. De Gregorio makes it into one. Can he make it stick? Yes! João De Gregorio reclaims the top spot.
And all three of those drivers on the overtake right now, giving it everything they've got.
Here's a big lunge to the inside for Cameron Dance. Oh, Caleb lighten up the rears. On the final lap. The two drivers that have won all the sprint races thus far this season are duking it out for another one. Dance not letting João De Gregorio get away. He might have an opportunity to take it at the line. One more time through the final turn. Dance looking for room, goes out to the right. At the line, oh man, it's a dead heat. It was Cameron Dance. Cameron Dance, 0-0-0.
Hello iRacers, this is Greg Hill, Executive Producer, and this is our mid-season development update. With just a handful of weeks left to go in Season 4, we're quickly approaching the conclusion of the 2023 competition year, and what a year it's been. Of course, every year at iRacing is unique. It's the nature of our business that the sim and racing service are constantly evolving. However, I can't think of a period that's been more eventful and impactful for the future of sim racing at iRacing than these past 12 months. We have established key new partnerships that will help our brand of motorsport grow at a global scale and reach all new audiences and racing fans. We have strengthened existing partnerships and secured a critical license that will allow us to return to our roots with NASCAR and NASCAR team properties. And of course, throughout all of this, we have invested significantly into the ongoing development and improvement of our great racing simulation and racing service. Now, I do intend to share some of the cool things to come in the Season 1 build, but first let's take a moment to focus on one of the bigger picture developments I alluded to a moment ago. As I touched on in detail in a previous update, a significant focus this year, and last, has been the strategic expansion of our staff across many talented teams. This growth will enable iRacing to operate from a position of strength for years to come and ensure that we will continue to deliver an unparalleled modern simulation experience. On that note, we're thrilled to upgrade our graphics team later this year through the addition of multiple industry-leading rendering programmers who will help evolve iRacing's graphic tech in a way never before seen on this platform. These developers have spent the last 20 years building and leading graphics and rendering teams across a broad spectrum of powerful graphic engines such as idTech, Unity, Unreal, Decima, and Glacier. Our reconstituted graphics team will be more formidable than ever, and we couldn't be more excited about what's to come. This will be a big lift, and in the short term, we will continue improving the current rendering technology and graphics. Now for another big picture update that I know many have been following closely: the status of our advanced new weather system, which we call Tempest internally. While we aren't quite ready to guarantee Tempest for December, we are now confident enough to say that the release of this incredibly complex system is imminent. Tempest was built from the ground up and consists of several interconnected systems that simulate not only rain and the effect that water has on the racetrack, race cars, and surrounding area, but also the physical components that combine to create various types of weather. This system is fueled by extensive real-world data from the very locations where you'll be racing. Together with our dynamic track systems, the combined experience is unparalleled in simulation and gaming. It's hard to describe until you can experience it for yourself, but for those of you who race at these tracks in the real world and have had the fortune, or misfortune, to do so in the wet, reliving that in iRacing with physically accurate and true-to-life puddling is like nothing else out there. You'll feel a tug of resistance when you drive through wet areas, and when things get really dicey, you'll experience aquaplaning. Wait until you see our aero-heavy race cars vacuum up water from the track and redistribute it into the air and elsewhere on the track, drying up the racing line rapidly in the process. Recalibrate your expectation on what a race has in store for you as you search for the line based on the multitude of dynamics at play and the always changing nature of the track and the weather systems. Or, if you see a dark cloud looming on the horizon, is it on its way to you? Have your teammate check the weather radar or query your crew chief for an update. The Tempest project has been a long journey for us, spanning multiple years. The idea took form in discussions and brainstorming back in January of 2020, followed by initial technical design a year later. For much of that time, the project was helmed by a small R&D team focused on the weather systems and the data model. Today, we have the combined effort of dozens of developers across web engineering, graphics, physics, tire, sound, and back-end engineering, track art, car art, VFX, production, QA, and design. Talk about a team effort. We're quite proud of what we've built, and we're even more excited to release it to iRacers. We all look forward to making it rain soon. After a build stuffed to the brim with new cars last season, our team has been focusing on some of our longer-term R&D initiatives, such as Rain, our aero modeling program, oval refresh, and tire model updates. That said, we're excited to be debuting one new car in December, the Audi R8 LMS Evo 2 GT3. The Evo 2 is part of our initiative to keep our GT3 fleet modern and looking great. Similar efforts will continue in the new year with multiple additions and replacements to our GT3 offerings. We have a diverse set of track content slated for release in this build. No surprises here as this has all been announced. On the oval side, we're excited to release Slinger Speedway. Slinger is so much fun to drive, and you all have a blast turning laps at the world's fastest quarter-mile oval. And yes, folks, it will include the figure 8 configuration. Mugello Circuit is looking amazing and will also debut in December. Not only does this track look amazing, but it's a blast to drive, and it's a circuit we've wanted to experience in iRacing for years now. We're really excited to be able to make that possible finally. Okayama Circuit is one of our most popular tracks on the service. It's a compelling drive across various cars, especially those in our Rookie Series. However, it has some of the oldest artwork on the service. Okayama will be re-released for free with modern artwork that meets our current standards for quality. It looks great. Outside of these highlights, there are a lot more fixes, improvements, and additions coming in Season 1 2024, and we'll provide a comprehensive list with the release notes as we approach the build. There's a lot more going on at iRacing, and I could really go on here for a long time, but let's save some of these updates for a later date. That said, a handful of items before we conclude. Our scanning department has been busy. Process data was delivered today to the team for both Portimao and Navarra, and our production and our teams are already underway. The scan team has just returned from a big trip to the heart of oval racing country in North Carolina, where they scanned an SRX car and also a handful of different street stock car bodies. We're also working on a micro sprint, which will provide a great entry point to dirt oval racing. This car will lend itself well to Millbridge Speedway, the already released Kern, and a handful of current and future short tracks on iRacing. Oval Refresh has a full complement of developers working on it each day, and they're making significant progress. These efforts will continue for some time as we iterate the many systems involved. That said, we don't want to wait until we're quote-unquote done to release these improvements to the service. With the December build, asphalt ovals have been updated to produce an improved dynamic racing experience. Track surface grip levels will change more rapidly as temperature rises and falls depending on weather, time of day, and the energy the cars are putting into the track. Be prepared to tune setups for changing track conditions and search for grip as various lanes heat up and cool down throughout a race session. I hope you found this informative, and if you'd like to learn a bit more, I'd encourage you to go to iRacing.com, mouse over news, and click on Developers Blog, where you'll find a handful of additional screenshots and other media. That's it for now. Thanks for all your continued support, and see you out there on the track.
And we are back here on Ultimate Dirt TV. We apologise about the little bit of a delay, but just getting ready for the feature event. There was an issue with the setup when it comes to the main event, but more importantly, we are back in. We're ready to go. The drivers, well, they've had about 10 minutes to run this track back in here at the Dirt Track at Charlotte as we get sent for your Carolina 100, presented by the Carolina Sim Sports. Good evening, race fans. Brett Wheeler with you for the call as we get set to go racing here in just a few moments' time. I believe we were looking at roughly around 22, maybe 23 drivers that had eventually signed in to the feature event, the feature race server. Again, we're live here on Ultimate Dirt TV, live across the social media platforms, live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch as we get everything shared out, ready to go for our feature event. I believe that the lineup is not going to be correct on the screen, so what we're going to do, we're just waiting on. Just waiting for this to load up, and then we are going to manually show the lineup, because I don't think that it's going to work. Let's take a look and see if it does. So while they do that, they're also going to run a 4-wide salute as well before this one. So your feature race line, let's see if this is going to work. Okay, that is not correct that way. So that is not right. So I can tell you right now, Ethan Johnson is going to start on pole of tonight's main event Lando Newman will start position number 2. James Murphy lines up out of position number 3. 4 is going to be Will Hanger. Starting position number 5, it's Jared Murphy, Chase Hardy from 6. Travis Beckner from 7. Jeffrey Hyatt out of position number 8. Briley Putnam from 9. And Hunter McCoy out of position number 10. Your B-main winner, Trey Mills, starts position number 11. Damien Sage out of position number 12. Caleb York from 13. Jason McManus out of position number 14. 15th, there's going to be Mason Hicks, Steven Stefanski out of position number 16. DJ Sides from 17. Jacob Stefanski out of position number 18. Derek Daly from 19th. And Cameron Carrington from position number 20. Position number 21 will be Dustin Navoa, Dylan Eisenberg. Lines up at a position number 22. Davin Cardwell from 23. And Lane Scruggs from position number 24. Yes, there is a fresh racetrack for the final. Like I said, they had about 10 minutes to warm up on. So tonight's 100 lap feature event here at the Dirt Track at Charlotte. The Carolina 100 presented by Carolina Sim Sports. Check them out on the website, carolinaspeedshop.org. For more information about the Carolina Sim Sports races and all that sort of stuff. We've got a Discord you could check out. Carolina Sim Sports, a dirt oval team established in 2024. Owned and produced by Hunter McManus, Blade Wisdom and Ethan Bowers. They specialise in building the best setups possible in dirt oval, and they're a rising and upcoming team in the racing world. Alright, as the drivers get ready to show you the most awesome sight in all of motorsports. Simple 4-wide salute here in a few moments' time. A big thanks to everyone involved that made this deal possible for the Carolina 100. Tell you what, Jason, I'll tell you where I'm watching from. Sydney, Australia, brother. Wednesday morning, 10:42 a.m. That's right, 10:42 in the morning. We started about 9:15. Again, we had a little bit of a delay, about 10 to 15 minutes, so we appreciate all the support for sticking around here on Ultimate Dirt TV to watch the coverage of the Carolina 100 presented by Carolina Sim Sports. Pro late models, 100 laps around the dirt track at Charlotte. Monkey Man from Indiana is here to hate on Cameron. I love it. I love it. You know what? It's always a good time when you can hang something on someone. Yes, it's fixed set up. Watching from West Australia, Bryce. I'm not going to hold that against you. Okay, I'll just pretend I didn't see that one, Bryce. Hey, just because you don't know how to set up a car doesn't mean you're not going to be fast. Take me, for example. I don't know how to set up a car. And yet here I made the 2020 iRacing World Championships in sprint cars. And done it without using pedals, mind you. But at that stage I actually had a builder that was building my sets for me. All I had to do was tell him what it was doing. Steve Cass, thank you. Alright, so now they get the signal from race control. The field is set, but we are ready now for a 4-wide salute. Turns out the front row don't know how to do 4-wide. There we go. There we go. Now we're starting to get it. Well done, guys. All right, our field is set. What looks to be 22 cars around the dirt track at Charlotte. Lights are out. 100 laps on the board. The Carolina 100 presented by Carolina Sim Sports. They'll come into turns 3 and off for turn number 4, and the green flag is out. And we are underway here in the 100 lap A main event, and a field of 22 drivers. Oh boy, look out. Murphy and Hardy, they got stuck together in the middle of turn number 1 and 2. Lap number 1 is going to belong to the 11 car of Ethan Johnson as they will complete lap number 1. James Murphy in second position. Travis Beckner went from 9th to 2nd in his heat race. In heat race number 1 or 2 it was. So the 28 car knows that he's got some speed underneath that 28 machine. But again, 100 laps around the dirt track at Charlotte in a pro late model. You've got to save your equipment for probably the first 70% of this race, so the first 70 laps. And once you get to the final 30, then you'd hope you've got enough go time to get through this one. Ethan Johnson continues to lead the way from Murphy and Beckner for the moment. That's your podium. Hanger in the 19. Carrigan working to the top side of the racetrack through turn number 1 and 2. He'll do the same into 3 and 4 we go. One more lap into the books here at the dirt track at Charlotte. 4 down. That's 4% of this race complete. Each lap is a percentage. Travis Beckner now getting a run on the outside of James Murphy down the back straightaway. I tell you what, keep an eye on Trey Mills. He'll know exactly what he needs to do, how much equipment he'll have to save to be fast towards the end of this one, as will Ethan Johnson. Travis Beckner shoots to the race lead down into turn number 3. Here comes Will Hanger now, right through the middle of the speedway. Bringing with him is that 212 car of Briley Putnam. Beckner will lead what is completed lap number 6, and we start lap number 7 as Hanger now getting to the outside of Ethan Johnson, and Johnson as well. Just thinking, you know what, let's take your time. Get settled into a rhythm here. Find our feet and then show what he's got in the back end of this feature event, because I'll tell you right now, it's not going to be one in the first 15 to 20 laps, not a 100 lap main event. If it was a 30 or 40 lap main event, well then you've got a case of to argue for. Beckner, Putnam, battle for the leaders. Here comes Chase Hardy in the 99 car. Bryce will get to that in a second. I got no idea, actually. And it's Ultimate Dirt League tonight. AFSR was Monday night. Beckner, Putnam. Putnam's got the run through the middle of the raceway, just to the left of your screen, behind the timing screen. Hardy and Will Hanger again will still go at it side by side for positions number 3 and 4. And Jacob Stefanski as well. A good 5-car pack for the race lead there on your screen, and we'll go yellow for the first time. Caleb York may be involved in this one. There he is in that 83 car. Let's take a look at what happened. So again, just coming together there with a couple of cars on the exit of turn number 4 was Caleb York in car number 83. And unfortunately that sort of just stacked everyone up just a little bit. So again, he'll be able to go in, get a faster pair on that 83 machine. He'll come back out onto the racing surface and line up at the tail end of the field. I have not decided what track it's going to be just yet. I need to figure out why, and I know it works, why the micro sprints, whenever they go into the pits, they can't come out to get their fast repairs. So I have to work on that. I've got no idea what is causing that issue, and it's actually making me a little mad about it, because it's not once but twice. All right, coming back to green here off turn number 4. Riley Putnam in the 212, 11 down. All right, Bryce, I'll get you accepted up for this broadcast, buddy. 7590, I think it is. No, 7464. I don't know, whatever it is. Anyhow, Chase Hardy, your boy, McManus in the 6 car. A little bit of contact there with Jacob Stefanski in the middle of 3 and 4. But starting to see a slick line develop on the entry into turn number 1. Watching Hardy go to work on Will Hanger in the 19 car. Meanwhile, Travis Beckman in the 28. Trying to put the move there on the race leader of Riley Putnam. Again, we are still early on in this 100 lap feature event of the Carolina 100. Still a whole lot of racing to come from the dirt track at Charlotte. So hopefully your top 5 just start to settle out a bit. Here comes Hunter McCoy in that 07 machine. Gets to the outside of Ethan Johnson, who is just starting to fall back just a little bit. But like I said, he'll know exactly what he needs to do. No doubt he'll have some of the guys from the Majula City Speed Shop camp right in his ear telling him exactly what he needs to do, how much he needs to save, and just say, you know what, take it easy, let him go. You want your stuff good for the end of the race, not at the start. That's where it's going to be won. The 15 car there of Steven Stefanski, the black, white and green entry. Not a bad looking colour scheme on that one. I might be a little biased to that car just because it's black, white and green. And it's the right colour green too, mind you. McCoy slides up in front of the 69 car of DJ Sights. Sights will go back to the inside, and now it's his turn to throw the slider on McCoy. McCoy had to check up and, well, get off the gas. You see the front end just dig into the ground just a little bit when he went for the crossover. Sights again keeps a run on the outside of the 07 car of McCoy. Stefanski, Jacob McManus in the 15 and the 6 car, then Derek Daly in the 43 car. And again, there is your top 5 on screen from left to right we go. Riley Putnam in the 212, the 28 of Travis Beckner, the 19 of Will Hanger, Jacob Stefanski in what is that 723 car. And then Chase Hardy in the 99. I don't think Trey's broke. I think he's just saving his equipment, Nathan. Let's have a look at Trey Mills. Doesn't look like he's broke. Maybe a bit of spoiler front bumper damage, but I mean, other than that, it really does not look like that car is broke one bit. And like I said, maybe he's just trying to save the equipment. Travis Beckner, meanwhile, the challenge is on for the race lead one more time on Putnam. Beckner goes back to the lead as they work into 3 and 4 we go. Here comes Jacob Stefanski in that 7 car. So we'll start to see the drivers start to migrate through the middle of the speedway. How long before it goes up top, then back to the slider line. Once that all happens, it'll probably happen inside the first 75 laps. Then, well, the drivers will have to adapt to the racing conditions and they'll have to adapt to the racetrack. Damien Sage, Jeffrey Hyatt, and Trey Mills. They're not too far away from being put a lap down. They're probably about 4 to 6 seconds away from your leaders. 1/4 of the race distance complete here in the same main event of the Carolina 100, presented by Carolina Sim Sports. And Travis Beckner leads the way from Riley Putnam. Will Hanger, that's your top 3. Again, after this one, after this main event, we'll chat to the top 3. Here comes Derek Daly now in the 49 car. Bringing with him is Steven Stefanski. So there's your top 7, all within 1.1 second of each other. So the top 9 separated by less than 2 seconds for the moment. But you can see your top 5, top 6 in fact, are under that 1 second gap. And then a couple of tenths back to Jason McManus in the 6 car. Now Chase Hardy, DJ Sights, Hunter McCoy rounds out your top 10. Yeah, the Stefanskis are really starting to move through this field. They started deep in this one. They started position number 16 and 18. Putnam closing in right now once again on the race leader of Travis Beckner in car number 28. So a normal 30-lap feature event would be completed right now, but that's not the case because we've still got 70 more to go here at the dirt track at Charlotte. And again, all these drivers on the same setup. So it comes back down to the driver being able to read the racetrack, being able to save their equipment. Steven Stefanski on the inside there in the 15 car. Derek Daly now gets to the outside in that 43, the blue and white 43 car coming after Jacob Stefanski now. Jacob in that what looks to be orange and white number 723 car. And again, still very early on in this same main event. Steven Stefanski slid up in front of Jason McManus in the 6 car. Hunter McCoy just to the very right of your screen. Then the 99 car of Chase Hardy. And again, do not count out, and you might think I'm crazy for saying this, do not count out Trey Mills or Ethan Johnson in 18th and 21st place. That's all I'm going to say in regards to that one. I'll say it all throughout the course of this 100-lap feature event. Do not count it out. Yes, they might be 11, 12, 13 seconds behind your race leader. 16.5-second lap times at the moment. But I'll tell you right now, with 10 to go, that's exactly what they are doing. They are saving their equipment. They are saving the tires. They'll know exactly. And I've seen Trey Mills run a number of 100-lap main events, whether it's in a pro late model or super late model. He's got the experience to do so. Meanwhile, Chase Hardy gets by the 6 car of Jason McManus. Here's again, Hardy goes to the inside. There is the 073 white of Hunter McCoy, stuck right in the middle there as they work it down into turn number 1 and 2. So Landon Newman, 9 laps down in this feature event. Ethan Johnson is what is the last car on the lead lap. So there's your race leader. There's Ethan Johnson. Remember, Ethan Johnson started on pole with this one. Went quickest in qualifying back in that first server. One heat race, number 1 from the pole position. And now he's on the verge of going a lap down. But he'll know that once the leaders get right up on the rear bumper, he'll know that it's go time just to say, right, you're not going to get past me. And that's where the tyre saving strategy is going to come into play. So a lot can go on in the course in the space of 100 laps. We're a lap away from 40 being complete. Stefanski, Daly, McManus, Hardy, McCoy, all to the right, in the middle on the right of your screen. Now they'll change it and go from the middle to the left. Then you've got Jacob and Steven Stefanski sitting 4th and 5th position right now. So, Bryce, as you said, it's been a good run by the Stefanskis, and the yellow is out. And Ethan Johnson, well, he gets to save his equipment just a little bit more because he knows that now he does not have the leaders pressuring him, which means we are going to be under the yellow flag conditions. So I wonder, now was that Jared Murphy? Steven Stefanski got some. Oh no, he had that before. No, time to there we are. There we are. DJ Sights in the 69 car. I'd find it. I knew I'd find it. Just a matter of trying to get it right. So Sights in the 69 goes around. Little help from the 10 car of Cameron Carrington. Travis Beckner. Safety car is in. Cameron Carrington just catching up to the back end of this field. So still 23 cars lead to Newman. In fact, that might have been in there to catch up to the field after what is now, from 9 laps down to 7 laps down. So I was getting a couple of wave rounders. We'll come back to green. We complete lap number 41. We'll complete lap 42 at the start-finish line, meaning there's still 58 to run. And we're a heat race distance away. We're going to be a heat race distance away from half race distance. Hunter McCoy in the 07 car. If I could get my timing and scoring to stop moving, that would be absolutely swell. Oh, in fact, it was McManus in the 6 car. He's got to the top side of the racetrack. Unfortunately, McCoy maybe not expecting McManus to move up as quick as he did and then get out of the gas to stop from getting into the back of the 43 car of Derek Daly. So 58 to go once we go back to green with the 28 car of Travis Beckner. And I guess the good thing about that one, considering that they only completed probably half a lap of that green flag run, is the fact that, well, they get to save a little bit more fuel. And appreciate the support here on Ultimate Dirt TV, whether you're watching live on Facebook, YouTube or Twitch. We certainly thank you for tuning in here to watch the Carolina 100 presented by Carolina Sim Sports for the Pro Late Models 100 lap feature event here at the dirt track at Charlotte. Again, we're 42 complete, 58 to go, and the 28 of Travis Beckner. No doubt would have sold some t-shirts after that heat race. Green flag is out, and Putnam straight to the top into turn number 1. Beckner goes through the middle. Jacob Stefanski now trying to get around on the outside, but Beckner moves up the racetrack. Here comes Will Hanger looking for the slide job into turn number 3 and 4. He put the slider on Beckner. Couldn't make the move on. Putnam is now, here goes Beckner. This is not good for their tyres if they want to save their equipment. Steven Stefanski on the inside of Jacob. And Steven going to move into a podium position as he gets by Will Hanger through turn number 3 and 4. Now comes up the second place of Briley Putnam. Steven Stefanski looking for the race lead. It's the battle of the green, white and black cars. And Stefanski in the 15 from Beckner in the 28 car. And Steven Stefanski from the near back of the field to the front, and he will lead lap number 45. So now that he's led that lap, it's all about maybe trying to set the tempo, set the pace. Ethan Johnson, Trey Mills, just again, they'll bide their time. They know that they can get away with saving their equipment again for the next 20 to 25 laps. I dare say, once they come to lap 70 to lap 75, you watch him put the moves. Right now, I can tell you, Trey Mills' last lap time was an 18.679. Let's see what it is this time by at the start-finish line once he finally gets past there. He's about to come through, 17.685. Your leader, Steven Stefanski, with a 16.5. So that is 1.1 second quicker. That just goes to show you how much he is actually saving the tires and saving the equipment. Hanger and Putnam side by side as they worked into turn number 3. Hanger puts the slider on Putnam, putting him back to position number 3. Here comes Chase Hardy into turn number 1, right through the guts of that first and second turn. Beckner just slotting back into position number 5, and again Chase Hardy in the 99 car. Again, he's no stranger to these big long races. Gets by Beckner. Once again, as they head off into turns 3. Beckner in the 28. Jacob Stefanski in that 723 car. Derek Daly Jason McManus there on screen in the 6 cars. He'll go down to the inside. He'll slide it right through the middle of the racetrack. And Derek Daly back to the outside he goes. Derek Daly back to position number 7. Meanwhile, Chase Hardy still trying to make the middle of the speedway work, and he will move again. Stay in position number 4. Second, third, and 5th position. They're all nose to tail on the top side of the racetrack. And then you got 4th place inside of 3rd place. Hardy on the inside of Putnam. Hardy trying a different line. Middle, back to the cut down line. Seems to be making it work. You'll take the 19. You know what? Give me the 14 to the 11. You can have the rest of the field. I'll take Mills or Johnson in this one. And you might think I'm crazy when they're back in 18th and 20th position. Start to see Johnson just starting to creep up through this field right now. I still don't think he is going to do too much saving from here on out, knowing that there's 45 to run. So we're past half race distance. We're 5 laps past the halfway point of this 100 lap feature event. Let's go back, look at this field. Let's go back and look through this field. There is the 70 car of Davin Carwell with DJ Seitz in the 69 car. Hunter McCoy, James Murphy. Back to the 83 car of Caleb York, Jared Murphy on screen, Cameron Carrington. There's Mason Hicks in the 114. Jeffrey Hyatt, the 33, Dylan Eisenberg in the 39 car. Looks got some front right and the front bumper damage. Yeah, you can do 2. Ralph, I'll give you 2. 2 for the price of 1. Trey Mills. There's the 58 car of Damien Sage, and there is Landon Newman. There is your race leader. Coming to 41, so we're a lap away from 40 laps. Will Hanger in the 99, the 19 car. Chase Hardy the 99, the 212. Oh, Briley Putnam. That's your top 3. Landon Newman again, once again, on the verge of going a lap down here at the Dirt Track at Charlotte. He's already 7 laps down, but he'd already been given a couple of wave round laps, so we're not sure what happened to that 31 car to be that far down in this 60 lap main event so far. There's 40 to run, your top 3 on screen. Again, just watch the timing and scoring over these next 40 laps. Look, don't worry about Dre. He'll know exactly what he needs to do. Hardy and Putnam working at it once again off turn number 2. Probably the best thing for Mills and Johnson right now is if they were to get a caution. That would be absolutely ideal for those guys because they won't have to push too hard to catch up an entire lap on this field. 39 car. Oh, look out. Eisenberg in the 39 car. That car just it snapped loose on him. Oh, that sucks. Oh, Hardy, Beckner, Putnam. What's going on with the 39 car? Oh, Dylan Eisenberg. Boy, you're starting to feel sorry for those lead lap cars trying to get by him. Hardy, Beckner, second and third position, just to the left of your screen. Behind the timing and scoring is the 19 car of Will Hanger. And look at this, Ethan Johnson, Trey Mills. Now they're starting to get a move on. Here we go, your race leader, last lap time, 16.767. Yellow is out, and a perfect time for Ethan Johnson and Trey Mills, falling with 35. It'll be 34 to go. So going back to the lap times, it was a 17.676 compared to, what was it, 16? Either way, both Johnson and Mills were 3/10 quicker than your race leader on the previous lap before the yellow flag come out. So it's all fun and games. I believe that'll be Landon Newman once again getting a nice little wave around. Hang on, maybe trying to cool those left side Tyres down, running down into the grass. Now just staying on the racetrack. Watching Chase Hardy on screen in the 99 car again. There goes the Landon Newman. Gee, that got a little bit chaotic there for the 39 car of Dylan Eisenberg. Again, a number of times we've seen the car just snap loose in 3 and 4. Alright, who wants to bet? Who wants to put the money where the mouth is? I'll take Ethan Johnson and Trey Mills over the field. Any one of them. So waiting for the lights to go out once again here on the iRacing.com safety car. The base vehicle. All right, safety car back in. I'll take you up on that one, Ralph. I'll take you up on that one. Ooh, Chase Hardy trying to get a jump on it. Nope. I will disagree on that one, but I'll tell you what, hey, let's find out with 34 laps remaining. Hanger, Hardy, down the back straightaway, first and second position. Putnam and Beckner back there to positions number 3 and 4. Hardy again, right on the top side of the racetrack. Probably a little bit unfamiliar right now, considering that he was running mid and then the cut down line. Johnson already up to 13th there. And we're only 2 laps in from the previous restart. The 28 of Travis Beckner, who led a good part of this feature event. You can see no spoiler on the 28, so that's really going to hurt that car and really going to hurt the handling and the performance of it. As, oh boy, they're starting to come through. Oh, Ethan Johnson just missing it. And Travis Beckner goes around in the 28 car. And that's the only thing that's probably going to cost Ethan Johnson. Was now how much damage does he have? Geez, Murphy in the 65 tried to do well to avoid the Ethan Johnson car. Unfortunately, did not. Oh, I don't know if it's a big one, but it's, I mean, it only had a couple of people in it. I mean, it almost looked like the big one. All right, so we'll try one more time here at the dirt track at Charlotte. Wait for the lights to go out on the safety car. And we'll come back to racing. Absolutely could have been way worse. Do that. Let's go back here. No, 7's not broke. Safety car still on. Never fear. Yeah, don't even get me started on the micros there. It's a touchy subject at the moment, Bryce. And a bit of a stack up at the mid pack. I think that was Newman maybe trying to get a lap back, and green flag is back out once again here at the dirt track at Charlotte. Well, it's showing Leonard Newman in the race there, but that is not the case because Will Hanger is your race leader. So they might have to quickly throw a yellow to get that one sorted and send him to the back of the field. Either way, we'll stay green. There's no... Well, Hardy starting to maybe get a little bit looser with the tyre wear. As Putnam in the 212 car again. Nice and solid for the moment. Trey Mills up to position number 11. And yellow will come out. So there's Newman. So again, not sure. Yeah, I figured that, Hunter. That was yeah, I thought it was real strange that Newman was 11 seconds, 12 seconds in front of that one. Alright, so that should put Newman to the back of the field. And that it does. So 26 to go. So nearly 3/4 of the race complete. And back to green we go. 74 down. And 26 to go. It's still Hanger leading the way. He's had probably the last 20 to 25 laps of this feature event. Trey Mills now up inside the top 10. Ethan Johnson now just outside of it. Watching Derek Daly in the 43 car. James Murphy in the 65. There goes Mills as he goes on by Caleb York. And the 14 car of Mills is coming. I said once they get to about 25 to 30 laps, it is go time in the 14. Man, it looks like he's got a fresh set of rubber on the back of those tyres. Cuts it down to the inside, and Mills goes from the bottom to the top. Slides into position number 4, but the yellow is out. And he'll have to give not 1 but 2 spots back, I believe. Told you that Mills and Johnson will be ones to watch. So far. I say so far. It's not the end of the race just yet, but so far I am right. But there's still plenty of time left for something to happen here at the dirt track at Charlotte. Could we see an upset? Well, I guess we'll find out shortly. Will Hanger hold on for a victory? And the question is going to be, will he? Can he? Again, the lights will go out on the safety car. 22 to go. Righto, who are you predicting in the final 22 laps? Let's see him. Let's see him. Give me a name. Who can pick a winner? You know what? Give me two, just because I went either Johnson or Mills. Mason Corbin cheering on the 43 car of Derek Daly. Restarts outside of that second row. Here we go, back underway. 22 remaining here at the dirt track at Charlotte for the Carolina 100. Hanger puts it right through the middle of 1 and 2, as does Putnam. Here comes the 14 of Mills to the top of the racetrack around the outside of Hardy. And Trey Mills to position number 3. Putnam now with a run on the top of the racetrack. Your battle is on for the race lead. Hanger down to the inside, slide job on Putnam into turn number 3, off for turn number 4. We will go yellow with 20 to go. Mills or Mills? Yep. See, now I'm starting to see a lot of Trey Mills. People starting to listen. They realizing that he's got some speed late in this race. I told you. Ethan Johnson, mind you, up to what is position number 6 or 7. Just waiting on confirmation on that one. Let's see where the 11 sits. 6th position. Oh, Ralph put $5 on Putnam or Chase Hardy. I think Hanger's probably got a top 5 car at the moment. I think that I want to say top 3 as well. I think it's Trey Mills, Ethan Johnson 1 and 2. It's just about maybe Putnam in 3rd. Chase Hardy's got a lot of experience as well. He might have enough. I mean, there's a whole bunch of storylines that can be written and will be written. Well, Randall, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Appreciate everyone else out there on social media for tuning in here to Ultimate Dirt TV. Again, we'll chat to your top 3 post-race after the 100-lap feature event is complete. Well, let's find out the final 20 laps of this A-Main, and we're green, and look at Trey Mills already to position number 2 by the time they got to the start-finish line. Here comes Putnam back to the outside, but Mills down to the middle of 3 and 4 will slide up and will take over position number 2. And Will Hanger, for the first time, you're about to see Trey Mills really start to put some pressure on the race lead. Keep an eye on Ethan Johnson. Here comes a slider for the lead by Mills on Hanger. Hanger turns it back underneath him as Mills caught the concrete wall. Trey Mills led that lap by a front bumper. Hanger with a slider on Mills. The battle is on for the race lead. Putnam now trying to come after and chase Hardy. Ethan Johnson. That makes up your top 5. Mills leads once again with 17 to go. Johnson fending off the challenge from James Murphy in the 65 car. Ethan Johnson, big time slider into 3 and 4 there on Hardy. Hardy trying to get the top around the outside, and we are yellow. Well, first glance at that one, looks like Hardy put himself into the wall. Let race control deal with that situation. Well, everyone can make their own decision on this one. Let me know. Who do you think's at fault for that one? Not that it's our place to say, not that it's, but we can always discuss it. Turbo, 100% I agree. How? All right. You know what? Let's get it. Let's talk about this. The 99 car had plenty of time to back out of it. There is no way that was a dirty or bad slider. Not a chance in the world was that a bad slider. But somehow, he's been sent to the tail end of the field. Like I said, it's not our job to judge, but we're happy to discuss it. We'll discuss it more if we get the time. Anyhow, back to green we go. 16 to go. Oh, that sucks, Landon. Mills with a short slider on hanger. And we are quickly under yellow. Bradley Putnam in the 212 involved in this one. And that is just absolute heartbreak for the man that was running in third position. Oh, just maybe come up there on the 65 of James Murphy. Again, huge fan of Joey Lindgren, by the way. Like I said, Turbo, we're not going to hit it. We're not here to make judgment on the calls. Like I said, I'm happy to discuss it because it gives me an insight as to what people think when I show a different replay and try and show some camera angles. And you know what? We could talk about this same little incident here. Ralph, I told you, Ralph. All right, listen, I'm going to tell you something. I'll be real with you guys. I'll be straight up. You go back to the very first iRacing broadcast. It was a two-night show. We had sprint cars and late models. I was a part of the very first call of that one with LSR TV back in the day with Jacob Seelman. Who else was there? I have seen plenty. And when I say plenty, I'm talking like thousands of races, broadcasted thousands of times. I've been in race controls. I've been in race controls shoes. Not always will I get the course correct. It's a part of racing, but I have seen plenty of 100 lap feature events to see who can save the equipment the best. Double file. 15 to run, Trey Mills. Keep an eye on Caleb York as well in the 83 car. He's barely been mentioned. And somehow he restarts inside the top 5. Derek Daly in the 43 car. Here comes Davin Cardwell. Cardwell down to the inside right now. And if you've heard that name before, it's because Hayden Cardwell picked up an iRacing Late Model World Championship a couple of seasons ago. Right now, it is Trey Mills with 13 to run. Back through the middle, somewhat near inside the top 10. Hunter McCoy in the 07 car. Caleb York, Derek Daly. They're almost three wide as McCoy and Daly will go side by side. Now Daly coming after York with a slider in turn number 3 and 4. And that's how you throw a slider, and that's how you get the respect from the other driver, was to back out of it. So yellow is out with 12 to go. And they know that things are starting to get a little bit desperate right now. No, Ralph. Cousins. I believe they're cousins. In fact, I'm sure they're cousins. I was just saying more so the Cardwell name, you know? Well, hey, Chase. talk about your little incident. We all spoke about it before. What did you make of it? The 12th to run for Trey Mills. Putnam back in the pits. Hanger still holding on to a podium position. Travis Beckner in the 28 car as well. When we go back to the start of this feature event for the first 30 laps, he probably led half of those. Davin Cardwell, Caleb York, Derek Daly, Hunter McCoy, Mason Hicks, Jeffrey Hyatt, Jared Murphy, your top 10. Ethan Johnson back to position number 11 or 12, depending on where he's on the restart. He's in 11th position. Green flag back out for Trey Mills and the rest of the field. We go back racing here at the dirt track at Charlotte, Carolina 100, presented by Carolina Sim Sports. And again, Mills driving away from the field as they work it down the back straightaway. Hanger, Beckner, second and third position. Hanger again jumps the cushion. Has a little piece of the concrete wall. Now that allows Travis Beckner to go on by and throw the slider. Slider complete from Beckner. Hanger back to the inside with a nice crossover move. And now here comes Davin Cardwell. Geez, you really cannot see. And how much you can really see how much dirt, how much clay is on the front of the race cars. Cardwell to the inside of Beckner for the final spot on the podium. That last lap, Mills was 2/10 quicker. Cardwell with a slider on Beckner. Beckner back to the inside. There'll be 9 to run with a yellow. And it'll turn into 8 to run. There we go, folks, for the people playing at home. Chase Hardy just said it's a bad deal. It was hard racing. All right, there's 8 laps to go once we go back green. So we go back to the very start of the night. We had 8 lap heat races. So now let's turn our attention to these final 8 laps because it's only a heat race distance away. But different from the fact that heat races, they had fresh tyres. Right now, they're 92 laps into a feature race event. Their tyres, there mustn't be a whole lot left on it, but for the drivers that were able to save at the very start of the race, and like I said in the first 10 to 15 laps, they will be saving their equipment for the final 25 to 30 laps. And this is exactly what we've seen Trey Mills do. Again, who can take out this feature event? Odds on favourite right now is Trey Mills. And I wonder if we're going to go single file. Yes, we are. Single file because we're inside the last 10 laps. And Mills gets up on the loud pedal. We're back underway. Cardwell back to the inside of Travis Beckner as they work it down into turn number 3. Cardwell slides up and Beckner has nowhere to go, and now he'll have to go back to the inside, and it's now his turn to throw the slider and stops at 3/4 of the way up the racetrack. We've seen that line start to develop late in those C&B mains. And this is exactly what we're seeing. Look at Ethan Johnson find his way to position number 6 and coming up the 5th place car of Derek Daly. Johnson to the top now, cuts it back down to the inside. Bringing with him is Caleb York in the 83 car. And Ethan Johnson coming to 5 to go. He is close to a podium. The 70 car is that car and the final car on the podium. I think it's going to be Trey Mills. Will hang at 1 and 2. I think Ethan Johnson may have something for 3rd and 4th place here. He just needs to make quick work of the 28 car of Travis Beckner. But Beckner, he has been so good throughout the past. For the first 96 laps. Can he hold on for these final 4 laps? Johnson with a slide. Remember, Johnson with about 10 or 12 laps left. 10 or 12 laps ago, he got sent to the tail end of the field. Beckner with a slider and parks it right on the nose of Ethan Johnson. Good slider, good pickup, and good race awareness from the 11 car of Ethan Johnson. Here goes Mason Hicks to the inside of Daly. Cardwell gets clear by what is 1 or 9/10 of a second over Ethan Johnson. 2 to go for your race leader down the back straightaway. Penultimate time here at the dirt track at Charlotte. He will get the white flag. 1 lap left to run. Johnson is close, I think, on Cardwell. Half a second. It's doable. But back straight away for the final time into turn number 3 and 4, the Carolina 100. Main event presented by Carolina Sim Sports. Trey Mills is going to go to victory lane. Second will go to Will Hanger. Davin Cardwell just holding on to a podium position. Oh my, that was close between Cardwell and Johnson. About 1/10 of a second. Let's take a look at the full field rundown for your 22 drivers that made tonight's A main event. Trey Mills with a victory here tonight at the dirt track at Charlotte. He is your Carolina 100 champion. Will Hanger holds on to position number 2. Davin Cardwell in 3rd position. We'll chat to those 3 drivers. Ethan Johnson, 0.102 of a second behind Davin Cardwell after he was 5.5 a second, 4 to 5/10 on that final lap. And well, that final lap almost worked out for Ethan Johnson. He comes home 4th. Travis Beckner, hell of a job by the 28 car to come home 5th position. Derek Daly in 6th. Mason Hicks in 7th. Caleb York 8th. Damien Sage 9th. Hunter McCoy rounds out your top 10. Then we'll go back to Briley Putnam in 11th. 12th will be Cameron Carrington. Jeffrey Hyde in 13th. Jacob Stefanski 14th. James Murphy rounds out your top 15. Jared Murphy in 16th. Jason McManus in 17th. And DJ Seitz in position number 18 and the last car on the lead lap. Chase Hardy in 19th. 20th was Landon Newman. 21st will go to Steven Stefanski. Dylan Eisenberg in 22nd, and then 23rd and 24th was a race control here this evening. Well, we'll take an opportunity to chat to our top 3, and we'll go from 3rd to 1st. Let's chat to the man that comes. So in 3rd place here tonight, it's the 70 car of Davin Cardwell. Davin, congratulations on the 3rd place finish here tonight. And boy, I got to say, that almost got taken away from you there on that last lap. But hey, 3rd place, not a bad way to end up this Carolina 100.
Yeah, not too bad considering the way we started. So I'll take it, I guess. And yeah, Ethan had like twice as more tires than I did. I'd kind of burn them off trying to get past guys, but it's still fun.
I mean, it was always going to be tough after the, a server reset due to a little issue with the setup. But you guys had about probably 5 to 6 minutes. Did you think that the track was probably perfect towards the end of that feature event?
Yeah, I think the track was actually pretty racy. I mean, you can kind of go anywhere as long as you had tires. But, I mean, I think it was pretty fun and pretty good there.
Well, Davin, congratulations on the 3rd place finish here tonight in the Carolina 100. Before we let you go, we'll let you thank everyone involved on this 70 car.
Yeah, I just got to thank Carolina Sim Sports and just Pearson Davidson and everybody else, and Cheeseburger Man, just everybody else that helps.
There we go, Davin Cardwell home in 3rd place here tonight. Home in 2nd place tonight will be the 19 car of Will Hanger. And Will, congratulations on this 2nd place finish. Boy, I got to say, this 19 car was lightning fast all night long. A 2nd place to wrap up the Carolina 100. How are you feeling after 100 laps? Your mic's still muted, by the way.
All right, can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
We're feeling great. I mean, we ran second to Trey Mills, who, I mean, is a competitor everywhere. So finishing second to him really isn't, a discredit to, our efforts today. He's always good. Feeling pretty good about it. Ran second. I knew that he was back there, so he had a little bit more tire than us, and whenever he got to us, I mean, I didn't have anything for him. And he just blew our doors off. Probably need to go ask him for my right side wrap back afterwards. But nah, it was a good race.
There's a lot of different strategy and thought process that goes into trying to be competitive at the end of a 100-lap main event. Yeah, we've seen this 19 car up at the front, up inside the top three for I want to say for if not all of this 100-lap feature event. Did you have a set game plan in mind that you wanted to sort of stick to?
Oh yeah, definitely. 100 laps, you're not gonna win it on the first, 10, 20, 30, 40, or 50. You got to be there at the end. That second half is really important. So for that first half, really just put it in cruise control and coasted, and right in the middle where everybody else would try to run the bottom, they would slide their tires and burn their stuff up, and was able just to really coast. I know one guy made a charge for the lead, and then he burned his stuff up. So mainly just game plan was just coast, don't push anything, and try to be there at the end.
I'll tell you what, Will, congratulations on a second place finish here tonight at the dirt track at Charlotte in the Carolina 100. Before we let you go, mate, we'll let you thank everyone involved on this 19 car.
Yeah, I got to thank Hardwood's Hardwood Flooring, or Hanger's Hardwood Flooring, and Hanger's Custom Glass, Mickey Steffens, Septic Service, and Hanger's Scope Piss for pulling us through for the all 100 laps.
Will, congratulations on second place, mate. Well done.
Appreciate it.
There we go. We'll hang our home in second place here tonight. We'll chat to the man that comes away victorious here tonight in the number 14 car. It is Trey Mills. And Trey, congratulations on this victory. I said it right from the get-go when you started falling back that it was all about saving tyres. You know exactly how far you needed to wait. And boy, I tell you what, you made me look like a genius. Well done.
Appreciate it. Yeah, that was my whole plan going into it, was just to just fall back, just so I didn't get in any of the wrecks, and just save my tires to lap 70, and then lap 70 I knew is when I was going to push it. And yeah, I feel like everybody else kind of burned their stuff up a little bit too early, and I was just had more tire than everybody else, so I just managed to be able to make my way through there pretty quick and get to the lead and just kind of hold on.
Does it make you a little bit nervous when you're coming through the field, knowing that something could happen to the cars in front of you, and then you could just sort of be the odd man coming in and destroy your race car late in the race?
Oh yeah, there's always a possibility of you being involved in a wreck that wasn't your fault, but just had to kind of play it safe and put my car in positions to where I wouldn't be the cause of the wreck, and just was kind of in the right place at the right time in every different scenario, and managed to just go through the field to get there cleanly.
I'll tell you what, Trey, congratulations on the victory here tonight at the dirt track at Charlotte. You are the winner of the Carolina 100 presented by Carolina Sim Sports. Trey, before we let you go, we'll let you thank everyone involved on this 14 car that makes it all possible for you.
I got to thank Dylan Hauser with House of Speed iRacing Setups, Colton Herbert with Herbert Graphics, Mr. Chris Solons with Solons Trucking, and just everybody else that helps me.
Trey, congratulations on the victory. We look forward to seeing you next time, mate. Well done.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it.
There we go. Trey Mills, your winner here tonight from the dirt track at Charlotte, which will wrap up our coverage of the Carolina 100. Presented by Carolina Sim Sports, a pro late model 100-lap feature event here at the dirt track at Charlotte. Again, a big thank you to everybody involved that you see on the top right of your screen that has been rotating all throughout the course of this entire broadcast. Again, we do apologise about the little bit of a delay just after that B main ended before we headed into this 100-lap feature event. But I tell you what, it was a case of it had to be done, otherwise a lot of drivers would have been running out of fuel. So that will do it for us here on Ultimate Dirt TV. We will be back 9 o'clock tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern for the... what are we doing tomorrow night? I'm doing sprint cars. We're doing the Aces Up Sim Sports 360 wing sprint cars. But for tonight, we thank everyone. We thank all the drivers, all 445 drivers that participated in tonight's server for the Carolina 100. Congratulations to the 22 drivers that made the feature event. Again, a big thank you to, of course, all the admins involved behind the scenes for getting involved in this Carolina 100. We thank the Carolina Sim Sports for coming to Ultimate Dirt TV, allowing us to showcase the Carolina Sim Sports and the Carolina 100, and all the sponsors involved that all made all this possible as well. But until tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern, it is going to be the Aces Up Sim Sports 360 wing sprint cars. I've got no idea where I'm going to tomorrow night, but nonetheless, we'll have your coverage from 9 p.m. Eastern tomorrow night. But until then, on behalf of the team here at Ultimate Dirt TV, my name's Brett Wheeler, signing off, saying good night.